retire. You're working for somebody for the rest of your life. And I'm just gonna keep it raw, but real. My name is Mr. Berry.
Mr. Berry.
Mr. Berry, that's right. Remember that name because I'm trying to create a legacy. And that's what we all should do with our last name. Here goes some simple statistics, right? This is the global wealth distribution in 2020 from a property standpoint, assets, if you will. So 1% of the population, US population, are millionaires. 11% of the population, which is quote unquote middle class, make 100,000 to a million. 10,000 to 100,000 is 33%. Most of us are in this circle, 33%. If you make $10,000 or less, that's 55%. So let's start working together to change these statistics. Who's willing to commit to changing our culture? Because other nationalities are committed to change this. We have to support each other. We have to patronize each other. We have to buy from our own people. Buy from other people if you so choose, that's fine. But we need to spend our money in our community first, right? So I'm excited because I know things have changed. This is how you build a proper financial foundation. It's just like building a house. When you build a house, do you put the roof on first? No, right? The first thing you do is lay the foundation, the slab, whatever you want to call it. Because why is that? Because if you put an entire frame of a house on rocks or on sand, what will happen when it rains? It slide away. So this is why you have to have a foundation, right? And there's a couple things consist of the proper foundation. And I say one is life insurance. And the second is credit. They both work together to help establish your financial foundation. This is how you build the proper financial house. First thing, you want to add your protection, which we talked about, life insurance. And then you want to manage your debt. I tell people, okay, you pay off a credit card, don't go down a few extra $100, don't go spend that. Take that money and invest or pay off more debt. It's a method called the debt roll-up. And I'm not going to touch on that today, but this is how you capitalize if you overwhelm with debt, how you can actually capitalize to alleviate that debt in a matter of time. And then you want to build a proper emergency fund, at least 6 times your monthly income. Why is that? Somebody just laid me off from my job. Now I got to find a job. In the meantime, I still got to pay my bills, right? I don't think the bill collectors care that you got laid off, right? Sometimes they'll work with you, but most of the time they say, well, we're going to get that car, take that house, kids got to get out of school. So this is why you have the proper emergency fund. So until you build that up 6 times at least from 3 to 6 times your income, until you build that up, you shouldn't be spending money on nothing else. Because then you're investing in other people's future versus yourself. We talk about mindset, right? You can do whatever you want to do. Just stay broke. And then you want to invest. Now, I say that you can do both, right? Because sometimes you can invest to help build your emergency fund a lot quicker. Because it's hard to save money. Wouldn't you agree? Don't talk about $100,000. I'm a financial planner. I sit with people all the time. And I can tell you most households don't have $10,000 saved. That's a problem, but it ain't easy. So how can you get to that dynamic if you keep doing the same thing? You go to work, you make money, you buy what you want to buy, and save what's left. You got to pay yourself first. You work for the money. This is going to help you understand how money works. Because if you don't understand how money works, then you don't understand how to grow and make money. It's a simple method created by Albert Einstein. He created this method to help us understand compound interest. What is compound interest? It helps us understand how to double our money. All you do is take 72 and divide it by whatever amount of interest that they are paying you. So this example, 72 divided by 4 equals 18. That means your money will double every 18 years. Make sense? I'm gonna give you an example. You had your money in the bank and they were paying you 4% interest. Your money would double every 18 years. So at age 29, you started with $10,000. That $10,000 would then double to $20,000 In 18 years, you'll be 47. From there, your money will double to 40,000. So your money has compounded twice. $10,000 generated you $30,000 in interest. Is that powerful or what? It took too long. Y'all, I don't know when y'all want to retire, but that's most people's retirement age, right? And think about where you keep your money right now. And think about what they're paying you in interest right now. And think about where you'll be in that amount of time. Think about it. Just think about it. We talk about mindset, right? I'm going to keep saying it because we need to change that. But once again, where do most people keep their money? In the bank. So now, you on the other hand, you sat with me and I shared a couple things with you, educated you, and then I helped you find a place that you were able to earn. This is why it's important to understand the difference of where your money is invested. Make sense? So think about it. I actually had a whole nother person working for me, but it was my money. My man touched on that yesterday, and I couldn't agree more. You have to have your money working for you. I told my wife, I said, listen, if I got to get up and go to work, my money got to get up and go to work. It has a job, and the job is going to make me money. What is your money doing? I wait, sitting at the house, sitting in the bank. Your money is sitting in the bank. It's not your employees. I can guarantee you. It's the bank's employees. They take our money, loan it to us, and make super interest on our money. Now, this is the problem with the rule of 72. It could also work against you. If you're the borrower, now you're paying that interest. Now y'all understand why credit is part of the foundation? It can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Do not buy a house with horrible credit. You're gonna pay 3 or 4 times what that house is worth. Let's talk about a car. They rob y'all. 17% interest. You think you winning? Oh, I got qualified. The Lord is good. No, the devil is a lie. But you needed a car. You was in a drastic situation. But instead of investing that money in repairing your credit, you invested that money and paid 5 times that by having a higher interest rate. Think about it. We talk about mindset, right? So this is how you have your money working for you to reach that goal that you set for yourself. For example, to earn $1 million, this is how much money you need to put to the side monthly. But you also have to have it invested. And this concept, they say you earn an 8% interest, right? So let's say you wanted to retire at age 65. So that means you're 25, right? So you have 40 years to save money and invest to reach your $1 million goal. Now you have to save $1,000 a month, earning an 8% interest to reach that $1 million goal. And for those who want to do it in 15 years, you got to save almost $3,000. Most people aren't making $3,000, right? So now you got to take your whole check, which you cannot do, to fund your future. Why? Because you waited to not just save, but also invest. Why is that important? You can't just save your money. You have to invest, have your money working for you. Let's keep it real. I don't need to know what you make, but on who's in here saving about at least $1,000 a month? That's a lot of money to save if you're working somewhere and working for someone. I'm just keeping it real. Think about it. If you're not saving $1,000 a month now, because only a few people are able to do that, you will never, ever retire. And I'm just gonna keep it raw but real. You will never retire. You will be working for somebody for the rest of your life. This is why you have to have your money work. And I'm talking about sitting it in the bank, because the bank is paying 0.01% interest. I want y'all to understand what we weren't taught. I'm teaching y'all. After this is no reason for ignorance.